Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. This is your host, Vic, for another exciting video, guys. I'm so excited. It's been a great week. I hope y'all had one as well. We got a topic today that's interesting. I actually had a conversation, an email conversation with your boy, Sunshine Shoulders. And I had to ask him because he always talks about the motherboard. Yes, the motherboard. Now, if you guys don't know what the motherboard is, now this video is really for my 55 to 70 group because it's affecting you. This is about you. So before we begin, I'm gonna go ahead and get that video pulled up. Make sure we're good on this one here, so we don't have that.
The Philippines is offering.
Pause that. So we don't have that struggle stream in a little bit. You know me, I'm all about the struggle stream. But so the topic today, guys. First, let's just start off from the beginning. Let's get it out there. Can't forget. So let's start from the beginning. Welcome to 8,000 Miles Away. We love you. Now, the topic today is just what the thumbnail says. But before we get started with the video, let me remind you, if my videos made you laugh, if it made you smile, or if you learned something, I want you to like, share, subscribe to 8,000 Miles Away. We need you, we love you, and we need to grow. Put out this narrative. And also hit the cash app like Angry Man say in the description below. We can stand a little cash apps. Everybody else getting them. Help out 8,000 Miles Away. Now, back to the topic. Old men are getting a second chance in the Philippines. Old men are getting a second chance in the Philippines. Why? Now, like I said, I had a conversation via email with my man Calvin. Short, but you know, he always says the motherboard. He talks about it because he knows that how they treat elderly people over there. And you don't get that treatment in the field. You don't get that in the Philippines. You don't get that in none of these other countries. not in Cuba, not in Latin America for the most part, and not in the Philippines. Damn sure not in the Philippines, and not in Thailand, because old people are treasured there. So, but here in the States, old people are treated like, you know what? The word I want to talk about is treated like, you know why? Because the elderly people are actually thrown away, and he's right about that. And he calls it the motherboard. So let's talk about the motherboard. But first before we get into the motherboard, like he always calls it, let's see a video from Calvin as he talks about how they treat elderly people. Let's get after it. Let's get after it. Let's play it. Nope. Pause it. A little struggle streaming.
Hey, good morning.
A little struggle.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thank y'all so much.
No, hold on, guys. Hold on. We're gonna get back to it. All right, there we go. All right, hold on.
Everybody doesn't get upset about that, but I do.
We're gonna pause it right there. We're gonna pause it. And we're gonna get to the part that, yeah, that's it. Pretty much that's it. Let's play it. Or did I just do the same problem again?
American.
Let's do it again.
Context.
Having a little struggle streaming here. I apologize, guys. Let me just do,
Everybody doesn't get upset about that, but I
on
do.
a YouTube channel can be a trip. Hold on one second. Let's pause it. Let's get it. Now let's get after it. All right, Calvin, let's hear you.
Bullshit. He said, you get to the Philippines, you figure out you really are him. Yeah.
This is
another
it.
place that you can go. You're going to get a different story than that bullshit over there. Imagine, when you're giving them the best years of your life, now all of a sudden, they want you to sit down somewhere and shut up. Go into that damn old folks warehouse on the 16th floor in a little bitty tiny ass apartment. Man, I helped those people for 16 years. I know what I'm talking about. I know what we do to old people in the West. We throw them away. We ignore them, man. Instead of seeking that knowledge and wisdom from them. Hey, Moments with Mitch, thanks for that super chat. He said, looking forward to a trip of a lifetime over there. If that's your mindset, that's what's going to happen, Mitch, when you get over here. But yeah, you know it too, Mitch. You work in the same industry, okay? But I work with seniors for 16 consecutive years. I was on the front line. I see and I said to myself, on my very first appointment, this is not going to be my life at 60 and 65 and 70. I'll be down. Okay? Because they throw you in that warehouse over there. They forget about you, man. You got
Let's keep playing it.
a damn activity director. You don't even have a family anymore. They give you an activity director. She makes a calendar for your whole month. Wednesday we go into Walmart. Tuesday we play bingo. Okay, there's nothing on there about real life. You can go out on a date, hey, let's go to Smoky Mountains. There's nowhere like that. You're nothing but a piece of trash.
I pause it. Oh boy. But a piece of trash. That really hurts me to my heart because I had a mother, she ended up in a nursing center. My dad passed away in 15, and after the house was sold, we moved her into a senior facility. And the facility seemed okay. It was a 1-bedroom, just like he said, house. When you walk in the building, it had the smell of old people. But it looked okay when she got in the house because Mom was a clean person. She moved around well before she got sick. but it was a 1-bedroom. It was far smaller than what we had as a house growing up. And you would see people in other. The doors had letters on it. It's like a hotel: 107, 108, 109, and you would see people pass away. And I was like, wow, this is not like it was before. And I had my own life, and my brothers had their own life, but my mother was over there, and because my mother was the kind of person who depended on my dad for driving and everything else, like most women 40 years ago. Certainly wished a lot of these women were so independent, but they are now. But she was independent because she worked all her life, but she just respected her man and believed in her man. But and let a man guide and lead. Something you don't get these days. But yeah, so then when she got sick, the doctor told her that we needed to get rehab and to go into a nursing center. And so she was in and out of nursing center all the way to the end. And basically, gee whiz, me being the oldest, I was over there every freaking day making sure that those damn staff members was doing their job. Because believe me, they treat their patients like shit. Mainly because they're understaffed, overworked. I remember one time they stole her clothes. I had the damn director of the nursing center going through the wash machine finding my mom's clothes, because my mom was fly. She had nice clothes. And, I looked in her cabinet, because what they do is they move you from room to room. And they don't turn you over like they're supposed to. They don't attend to you like they're supposed to. And then they smile in your face when you're there. It sort of reminds me of if you don't participate in your child's activities and part of the school. I know some mothers, they join the PTA just so they can be more involved in the children's activities. You kind of got to do that with elderly people, because if you leave them alone and don't ever go over there, they're going to treat your people like shit. And it's going to speed up their inevitable. And you know what I'm talking about. Nursing homes are trash, in my opinion. They treat the patients like shit. Let's talk about that. And that's what he calls the motherboard. You're going to be in that. Now, to take that one step further, I have some statistics here about nursing centers. I do. Right here, it shows, and we're talking about black people, some white, but I want to go to the beginning here. It says, right, this is a Kaiser. Statistics here. It says Kaiser Family Foundation. Of course, this is U.S. Census as well. And it clearly tells you, let me go up to the top here. This thing has a lot of information, but right here it tells you that 1.2 million Americans currently reside in nursing homes, according to the U.S. Census, and that number is expected to double by 2050. It costs damn near $9,000 to live there, and that takes out a lot of us African Americans. And again, they treat you like shit because they're understaffed. And you can see here, I won't go that one, but you can see here down here at the bottom here, which says the blacks is almost 700,000 blacks in nursing center and 2.3 million whites, most of them women. But again, it's going to double by 2050. And that is not where you want to be. But a lot of people are getting the idea. They're getting it. They're keeping their health. They're exercising, and they're moving. Just like snowbirds move from Iowa to Florida, or from Chicago to Arizona, you can move to the Philippines or Thailand. You can live both places, or either live one place. You can do that if you keep your money right and you keep your health. People, in 2022, now this is a huge thing for you guys to know. In 2022, more than 35,000 Americans have moved to the Philippines. Do you know which is about 1.3, check it out, 1.3% of the US population. Let's read that again. As of 2022, more than 35,000 Americans have moved to the Philippines, which is about 1.3% of the US population living there. Why is that? And as of February 23, the U.S. Department records show there are almost 300,000 people living in the field. They're doing that, guys, team, they're doing that. Sound like Beautiful Lies when I say team. They're doing that because they know they're getting it. They got the email. They got the notification that it's better over there. And it's better over there. The American dream is dying, guys. It's not what it used to be. Look at Yahoo here. Yahoo has an article here that says the new American dream is to leave. Most U.S. don't believe that hard work will get you ahead and would take a pay cut for a better quality of life. The old dream is crumbling. The old dream is crumbling because it costs so much money to live here. There's crime here. And just a bunch of stupid shit. I'm talking about culture. Let me get a sip of the beer while I drop this knowledge. Guys, for $3,000, tell me if $3,000, what that does for you here. Let me make sure that we're on tap for what we're doing here. For $3,000, you can live in Makati PGC. That ain't no different than any major city in the United States. $3,000 will get you living there. Some of the finest restaurants, some of the finest people, most hospitable people in the world. The Philippines is super kind people there. And just the hospitality. They want us there, as long as you don't act a damn fool. Or you can move in Dumaguete. You see how nice Dumaguete is. Dumaguete is a small town that is near so much landscape. It's near Siquijor. It's near the islands. It's near the coast. Well, it's all near the coast, but it's near the water, and there's so many different islands around, not too far from Dumaguete. So that's why that's probably more foreigners there or expats there than anywhere else. Dumaguete is a really nice place for you guys to relocate. Then there's Lawag City. This is where Virginia, my co-host and fiance, is from. She lives in Lawan, small city up in the northern part of Luzon, closer to the top up there. Small. It's probably the largest city in northern Luzon. She lives up there. Of course, you see McDonald's there. I don't think McDonald's really tastes like the McDonald's over here, but they got freaking spaghetti in that place. And she likes it, but I don't know. And then there is those cities like that. So for $3,000 you can live in the big city of BGC, or for $1,500 to $2,000 you can live in Dumaguete, and we're talking the rent included with that. Or for $1,500, Virginia tells me, and I know that she's a Filipino, she's thinking like living like a Filipino. So I'm thinking $2,000, she's thinking $1,500 will work, but I don't know. We're gonna have to find out. But the truth is, you can live somewhere cheaper. You can live there cheaper. You don't have to necessarily live in the United States on a fucking motherboard. is is Calvin like to call it, housing old people and playing freaking bingo every damn night. You don't have to do that, guys. If you keep your health, if you go to the gym and you eat basically right, you can get on a damn plane and you relocate. And people are doing it. You see 300,000 people are doing it. And I guarantee you most of those 300,000 people are elderly people. They're seniors because they can retire and be there long enough. The younger people go and they leave. They're just tourists, basically. But the older people relocate, just like snowbirds I was telling you earlier. And there are more incentives. You know there's more incentives. I hate to bring it up. Women. You see that? Do you see that, guys? The age gap. Look, the age gap there is, they don't care, man. They support the age gap. They really do. What I mean by that is you can be 28 years older than your woman. You can be 30 years older than your woman. You can be 65 and 35. You can be 70 and 30. You can be 50 and 20. They mature a lot earlier because of their culture and what they have. And then they're born and get ready for marriage. This is how they do. From the beginning, they're ready for marriage. So, and they're beautiful. Last time you was with somebody, 19, 21, 22, and 23. It's embraced over there. It's understood. May not be liked all the time, but it's definitely understood. Now, in conclusion, you can go there. If it's in conclusion, guys, I just want, first, before we go in conclusion, I need to show you this video here because this is more reason why you should move to the field. Check this video.
Residency to retirees, and it's the prime budget conscious option in Southeast Asia. You only need to show $800 a month in a pension. You're eligible for national health services, and you're able to import up to $7,000 of household goods duty-free. Your foreign income is not subject to Filipino tax. And this guide details the steps and the timeline for applying. The Retirement SRRV visa has lifetime validity, requiring no renewal.
Let's play that again. Let's play that one more time.
The Philippines is offering residency to retirees, and it's the prime budget conscious option in Southeast Asia. You only need to show $800 a month in a pension. You're eligible for national health services, and you're able to import up to $7,000 of household goods duty-free. Your foreign income is not subject to Filipino tax. And this guide details the steps and the timeline for applying. The Retirement SRRV visa has lifetime validity, requiring no renewal.
You old crippled people, they're making it easy for you to move over there. I'm not suggesting you go over there with just $800 as your backup. I'm suggesting $2,000, $3,000. But if you have $1,500, you can live in those smaller provinces. The only drawback is the fact that the health care, that's why you have to maintain your health, and just make it about your spirit and about you, and put the effort in to be healthy. Because when you live in the provinces, just like you do if you live in the rural America, the hospitalization and the facilities are not going to be the best. The best ones are in the bigger cities, which you can live if you want to live. But they're making it easy for you to come over there. If it's cheaper to live there, and the landscape is composed of mountains, coastlines, rivers, rainforests, and oceans, and they have beautiful women, Moreno skin colored beautiful women that are grown at 21 years old, 31 years old, 41 years old, 51 years old even. and the culture appreciates the wisdom and maturity of your age, why wouldn't you want to retire there rather than be in a building housed with old people waiting to freaking die? Calvin likes to say the culture difference over there, and many Filipinos do, and I understand that. There's cultural differences. The differences, like having to take your tissue to the mall or in public places because they have a bidet there and they don't have tissue there. So you have to do stuff like that because they, in the smaller provinces and the medium-sized provinces, they may not have no tissue. They clean their rear end with a bidet. They wash it with a bidet, which is cleaner. So you have to take tissue because you're a Westerner and you use toilet paper. You're not used to it. So you have to take a bidet. Those are the things you have to get used to that's different. And seeing chickens and roosters and all the time, and dogs, and extreme poverty right in your face. And then the language. Yeah, they speak English, but they don't practice it unless they have to. So you might, but they do understand it. The signs and foods and everything else is Americanized. So you can make those adjustments. You can make those adjustments. But overall, comparing the difference to the Philippines might be your best option. It just might be your best option. What do you guys think? Leave me a comment below and let me know what you think. I appreciate you guys for supporting and subscribing to our channel. And we'll see you in a few days with another video. We will see you in a few days with another video. You know what I mean? So, we love you. Have a good weekend. And I am out. 8,000 miles away. We holler at you later. Peace.